It's May 11th, and you are listening to the Thru Line. I am your host, Christine Moyer. I have a couple more buttons to push here. Hold on a second, you guys. Woohoo! Okay, I think we got it. Yes. Okay. Yes, today is May 11th, and this show we're going to be talking about the arc of May moving into June, because May is this cycle that just with numerology is this oracle that is literally a story about time that keeps on moving. Every month carries a number, and every number has a job, and it does things differently inside of each personal year cycle. So with anyways, I'm going to get into the weeds of that, but right now, for everybody who's out there, I need to stop for a minute and to say switch my our producer just jumped in and said, we can't see you, girl. Hold on a second, let me tidy this up. Okay, how's that? Hi, let's do all things tech. I think we're good. All right, here we go. So you guys, I want to invite you over to the chat room. My chat room is on my channel on YouTube. My handle is the @ Christine Dumas. And there is where you can talk to me. For everybody over at 12 Radio, you guys, hi, welcome. If you want to come over and have a chat, just pop into YouTube and you can find me there as well. And I am absolutely going to give a big shout out to everybody who is finding me through Instagram and on Facebook as well. You guys, welcome. And if you've got any questions, you know what? I am here for you. I am a numerologist. I'm passionate about numerology. I have been. Oh my gosh, when did I discover this oracle? I think in my early 20s or so. So, and it's just something that makes sense to me. So, you guys, what's going to happen here is that we are going to go through all of the personal year, like bogeys and targets for your personal year. That's what this show is going to be about, and how your personal year is functioning with this 5 frequency of dynamic change and adventure, because each target is different. All right. Hello, Serena. Good morning. Thanks for helping me figure this out and always keeping me on point. Serena is our producer over at 12 Radio, and also all things here now with YouTube. So you guys, we really couldn't be pulling this off without her. And she also is an incredible psychic intuitive and a part of the 12 Listen team. And so if you want to find somebody who's got some chops, she's somebody who's got some chops. And I'm just so grateful for you, Serena, so thank you. Claire just popped into the room. Hello, Claire. Good morning. Thank you. I know I keep on working on the setup. And Suzanne is here. Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be live today, too, you guys. I've done this for so long through podcast. It's just getting used to the visual and all the dynamic. There's a lot of moving parts that happen here. And you just have to keep doing it. So at some point, it should be fluid. At some point, it should be fluid. So thanks for your patience, you guys. Jean, hello. I'm glad you like the background. I know this is my little nest spot. It's actually where the best lighting is, also in my space. So I'm just fortunate that it worked out. And Kweli, good blessed morning to you too, sister. All right, you guys. So this is it's going to be a very interesting show for you for one reason. Well, there's a couple of reasons. We have about 20 days left. We've got like 3 weeks left of this month, and we have some movement. We've felt the change. We've tried on some shirts, as I said, and now we need to of all this like potentiality and growth and opportunities. So, how do we harness in a really mindful way? How are we going to pull that off? So that we're not squirreling all over the place. Like I said, it's like having ADHD. And how can we harness and bring that in? A couple of things. No, just really one thing. No, two things. Before I jump, is that tonight is my remote healing session. I hold them every Monday night from 5 to 5:30. And the link is, I believe I popped it into the chat room. If not, you guys, I will do that at a future moment here as we move. It's over through 1-2 Academy. It's a part of the family networks that Mark Husson, our fabulous boss, has created. And so it's audio only. Where you come on in, it's just a call, and you're on the other end of the line, and I facilitate the healing. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to come in. Obviously, the more the merrier for me. I've done a ton of remote healing for a very long time. It's one of my biggest passions that I have in my life, and yes, and there was more of that to come in lots of different ways. Check out my website. I just relaunched Crescendo. It's up and it's moving, and so you can learn a lot about me and about this conversation about remote healing. All right, that's also a place that you can book a private session. Okay, you ready, you guys? Let's get going. Let's get moving on this. So you know that numerology gives us a story about time. Every month carries a number, and every number has a job. May is a 5 month. This is a month of movement, change, freedom, all things about the senses. And then June is a month of love, home, responsibility, harmony. The question for today for all of us is, it is not about what is May. The question that we're going to be spending some time on is, how do you spend May so that June actually works? Because these two energies, they're not enemies. One opens you up, the 5 does, and the other asks you to settle in, that's 6. All right. So, and we want to focus on that arc, right? Building to the arc, because this is all about you guys living your best life and getting the most that you can out of your life and the movement in your life and where you're putting your energies. So briefly, 6, the month of June, this is a month of responsibility. It's a month of unselfish giving and devotion to the needs of others. So you could say that's domestic, it's community matters, and it's going to be moving from the background, which it is in this month because of the 5, to the foreground in a very short 3 weeks. It's a harmonious number. It's the heart number. Love, beauty, home, service. In Tarot, that card is the Lovers. And in astrology, 6 corresponds to Virgo, and it's touched by Venus through Taurus and Libra. So here's the twist. Here's what is going to make June interesting. The deeper teaching of 6 is vision and acceptance. The 6 carries high ideals, a vision of how things should be. And the spiritual work is learning to accept what actually is. 6 energy unchecked becomes perfectionism, criticism, and judgment. So June isn't just be loving and domestic. June is soften your standards enough to actually receive what's in front of you. The arc, May expands, June contains, May says go, and June says stay. Right, so if we spend too much of our May all scattered all over the place, June's going to feel like a cage. But if you spend May exploring with intention, which is the key, June will feel like a homecoming. Both numbers are about maturing an impulse. The 5 has to learn that freedom isn't doing whatever it wants, it's choosing what's worth committing to. And the 6 has to learn that vision isn't forcing the world to match the ideal, it's accepting what's real. May does reconnaissance, and June does the settling. All right, you guys? So how do we move through May? Use the restlessness, don't fight it. A 5-month is movement, so don't try to hold still. Travel, take the class, have the conversation, that's a big one. Change the routine. The energy is here, so write it, use it, tap into it. Date the impulse, but don't marry it. Don't sign binding contracts, don't quit your job, don't end the relationship in a 5-month. The 5 is about exploring. The energy is explorative. It's not a committed energy. It's not about commitment. Whatever you discover in May, let June decide what to keep. Bring discipline to the freedom. A May without discipline is just going to be chaos. A May without discipline is genuine. A May with discipline is genuine expansion. So you guys, you want to pick 2 or 3 areas to explore deeply. Not 15. That's just skimming all over the place. And listen to what's calling you home. As May unfolds, notice what relationships and responsibilities and places start whispering. Those whispers are June arriving early. I really want to lock this in. May expands, opportunities, adventures. June brings you home. It's a homecoming. You go out into the world, you come into the world. This is how these numbers work with each other. All right? So you want to choose what to commit to. And you want to come home, literally and figuratively. You know, this is going to be interesting by the time we get to the conversation about June, is what happened here in May. And also, it's the boots on the ground. When you come home, you clean the house, you call your family, you have conversations you've been avoiding, you tend to relationships. That's what happens in June. And you're going to want to watch for perfectionism in June because nothing is perfect. And so as we are experiencing this dynamic month of change and opportunity, you guys, this is me. This is what I'm doing. I'm thinking about June. And then I'm thinking about July, which is a 7. And then I'm thinking about August. But I also want to stay present here in the now. I'll tell you how this is manifested for me, all right? And then maybe you guys can talk to me a little bit what your takeaway is right now for your 5. It's the energy of 5, but I know I got to get to your pins. Is that I have made some decisions to really be honest and truthful in a in a powerful way with this manuscript that I've been working on. One is, do you just simply share your truth and the truth of who you are and why you're here, and your unique expression, you know? I am quite a private person. I'm a contemplative person. I love to play, and I love to get out there and experience the world. And yet I have this other part of me, which is all things sixth sense, and all things seer, and all things spirit walker. And I have been this way since I got here. And there is a massive story behind that, you know. So I'm somebody who walks with a foot in both worlds all the time. And information came to me. So all of this for me has been this process of writing and doing it in a way that is just coming from this part of me to the page, right? Whether it's, you know, actually in a journal, and it finally got to, you know, my PC, and then the tussle and the struggle for me has been, do I do this? Do I actually tell the story? And it's just my story, and my story has a lot of interesting, you know, depth to it that all of our stories do, but it's unique to me. And the ball that rolled to my feet is AI. And I know we've all had a lot of talks about it, but so I opened it up and I said, all right, let me open this up and give it a shot. Through the interaction that I've been having in these interesting back and forth conversations, it's done nothing but just help me clarify. And thus, now I am at a place where I think I'm ready to bring the body of the work out, and have it be a cohesive whole, because it is a love letter to humanity, honestly, and to my fellow brothers and sisters out there that are working really, really hard to build a more cohesive world. One that is inclusive, and one that is respectful of you know, all different walks of life. You know, a community. We can do this. We can do this. And so I'm going to boldly add my voice, and that means that this 5 energy is going to rapidly bring this to a bow. Well, I kind of want to throw up. But it's a surfboard. It's like my surfboard that I've chosen in this 5 energy that came into my world. This is like an example of how 5 energy works. And then it's going to come home next month. Makes sense, kids? So share what the opportunities are here for you guys, all right? So let me come back to you. So this is your 20-day window, right? This is your 20-day window. For the one personal year, I'm going to jump right now. May is your 6 month, and June is your 7 month. All my one pinners out there that I know and love, you guys, I'm sending you like big hugs, big snugs. Your year 1 pin at a glance. This is the start of a new 9-year cycle. Everything you plant in 2026 will shape the next decade of your life. The 1 year is about independence, identity, and stepping into who you're becoming next. It's not about who you've been. I know, a load, right? Take a deep breath. You're in a year of new beginnings, planting seeds, stepping into your own. But here's what most people miss about a one personal year. It's the loneliest one. I'm going to say that again. It's the loneliest one. You're being asked to define yourself separately from the people and the roles and the habits that defined you in the year just past. And that can feel exhilarating in January and isolating in May. And that's exactly why your May is a 6-month. The universe is saying, yep, you're starting something new, but don't do it at the cost of your people. This 6-month is asking you to bring the family, the partner, the close friends into this new chapter you're building. Not to ask their permission, guys, but to make sure they're still walking alongside you, not behind you. And then in June, that's your 7-month. It pulls you into solitude to check the alignment. Is this new direction actually yours? Or did you adopt it because it looked good on someone else? I know, kind of like yeah. We all kind of sit with that every once in a while, right? So you got 20 days to have the conversations you've been avoiding with the people closest to you. June is going to pull you inward. You don't want to enter that solitude with unfinished business, so make the calls now. So here's your to-do list, one-pinners. Call the family member you've been putting off. Have the honest conversation with your partner about where this year is heading. Bring whoever has been on the sidelines of your new chapter into the conversation. Make your home itself feel good. Clean it. Fix the thing that's been broken. Light a candle. Ask one trusted person, just one, does this new direction actually look like me? You'll get a lot from that. And things that I want you guys to avoid. Going it alone just because you're in a 1 year. Yeah. That's how ones burn out. Okay? This is the loneliest year of the 9 years, of the 9 personal years. And going it alone is not the way to go. That burns most one-pinners out. Don't pick fights to test loyalty. I should just end the show for the one pin right there. Don't pick fights to test loyalty. I've seen this happen. I've heard about it. I've watched it happen over and over and over again. The 6-month brings sensitivity, not combat, and you're doing it to protect yourself, all right? Confusing busyness with progress. June will demand honest reflection regardless. Promising more than you can deliver in order to keep the peace. Don't do that one. That's a tough one. So your move in May is to anchor with the people who matter. In June, you get quiet and you listen for the truth. All right? May, anchor with the people who matter. Okay. All right, one pinners. If you and you guys in the chat room, you guys get in here and ask your questions if you have them. 2 pinners. May is your 7-month and June is your 8-month. Let me know what you think. Do you think that this coupling is going to help you guys to be forward thinking? I'm always thinking about how else can I do these shows more tailored to what you guys would really, really like and what's going to be helpful. Okay, so 2 pin, your year at a glance. It's about patience. This is like a slower, quieter year. Partnership and slow development. The 2 years famously the hardest to be in if you come out of a 1 year totally sprinting and getting your independence and all this kind of like new, everything is going on because the 2 year says, wait, cooperate, refine. Things mature in their own time. Slow down. You know, it's kind of like a little trippy of an experience too. You know, it's like a kunk when you go from a 1 to a 2. But this is also, the sweet stuff that life is made of with partnership, which oftentimes requires patience and slow development. And if you've been frustrated since January because nothing seems to be moving fast enough, two pinners, that's the assignment. It's not a problem. The 2-year is teaching you that some things only grow in slow soil. Do you remember what I said about the one personal year? It sets the stage for the next 10 years of your life. That's what's happening. So now you're beginning to live it in the 2 personal year, and it starts with relationship, okay? With yourself and with others. Your May being a 7-month twos, right? It's 2 pinners. May is a 7-month. It doubles down on this lesson. This lesson is, yes, say it again, slow growth, patience, connection. And 7 is the most introspective number in the system. It's quiet. It's analytical. It's spiritual. So you're getting quiet and getting a quiet month inside of a slow year, which can feel like the universe just hit the brakes. But don't fight it. Use it, because June flips entirely for you. This is where you go into the 8 frequency, which is power, which is money, which is momentum. The slowness of May is your wind up. June's going to be your swing. If you skip the wind up, the swing has got nothing behind it. So you've got 20 days of this quiet preparation before the door opens up. And use this window to do some research, use it to plan, to get your numbers in order, your books. When June hits, you don't want to be scrambling. You want to be ready. So yes, what was I saying about these numbers? 1 is out, 2 is in, 3 is out, 4 is in. And so you have this back and forth in the big overall scheme of the personal year cycles, but you also have it consistent in these monthly cycles, out, in, out, in, out, in. And it is really helpful if you know if you're in an outie or if you're in an innie, all right? So for the 7 energy, really, there is something else about this number, which is about analysis and spiritual analysis and kind of honing and refining the aspects of yourself that it sits around how you think about things, how your belief systems, how you're presenting yourself, the things that are true. You know, it's subtle but it's energetically, spiritually subtle, but it has a great impact on the 8 that's coming up. Your to-do list is to get your financial paperwork organized. That looks like taxes, contracts, the folder that you've been avoiding. Research the opportunities you've been circling. Read deeply before June asks you to act. Update the resume, the portfolio, the bio, the pitch deck. Have one quiet conversation with a mentor or an advisor, and rest. Actually rest. June's not going to give you that chance. All right? So if you're getting antsy in the pantsy, you guys, with the universe is sitting on you, just know that it's going to be up and out next month. So take it, use it wisely. And the things that I want you to avoid are forcing decisions in May. The answer isn't fully formed yet. Comparing your pace to other people's, your year is slow and on purpose. Skipping the research because it feels passive, it's not. It's just work. Saying yes to something now that you'll have to negotiate in June. Don't do that. Don't say yes to something now that you'll have to renegotiate in June. All right? All right. So you guys, May is study and prepare. June, step forward and claim what you've been building towards. Yeah. You know, for the 2s, you can fall into semi-apathy because things are slow and there isn't a lot of dynamic change in your life. And it's May. You're getting a little restless and, you know, kind of like kind of going into a place where you get locked in your mind, right? Yeah. Remember, guys, there's a purpose and a reason for this. So just with the time that you have, utilize it wisely and get some things in order. Get your life in order and prepare for next month. And that preparation for every single two-pinner is going to look different, but it has everything to do with money and commerce, how you're running your business. You continue that in this month, and that's how you harness the 5 energy. All right, you guys doing okay so far in the chat room? It looks like it. 3 pinners. May is your 8 month and June is your 9 month. So 8, you guys, there is that up and out. 2, you just heard what I said. And so have a listen to what's coming up. You'll hear it with what I'm saying to the 3. 3 pinners, your year at a glance. This is creative expression. It's social expansion and joy. The 3 is the lightest of the 9 numbers. It wants you to communicate. It wants you to create. It wants you to connect. It's also famously the year where focus disappears and you start 15 things that you don't finish. 3 life pathers, listen to me. I know. It's a powerful number, but it can be a little bit like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. And so when you've got this connected up with the 5 energy, you really need to sit on yourself, you guys, all right? You're in a year of expression and creativity, social energy. The 3 year wants to talk, it wants to write and paint and perform. It's a year that rewards of being seen is right up there for you to take and experience, which is wonderful unless you scatter so wide that nothing lands. And that's why May, being an 8 month, is such a gift. 8 is the discipline number, power, business, authority, money. So for 1 month, your scattered 3 energy gets organized into a single focused punch. This is the month to take the creative things you've been playing with and ask yourself, what would it look like if I actually got paid for this? What if I treated this seriously? Then June, your 9 month, asks you to finish things and let go of what's not working. So May is your shot to make the bold move before June's pruning shears come out. That makes sense? Okay, you got 20 days, 3 pinners, to make the bold professional move. The 8 month gives you authority you don't always have in a 3 year. So use it. June is going to be for letting go, not for launching. And if there's a pitch, an ask, a step up, this is your 20-day window to take it. All right, your to-do list. Send the pitch. Ask for the raise. Name the price. Make the financial decision you've been deferring. Get out there. Get visible. Speak at the thing. Post the work. Show up at the event. Negotiate hard, but negotiate fairly. The 8 supports that. It's for the good of all, right? Document what you've accomplished this year because you're going to need it in the future. And you guys avoid being scattered. Avoid overspending because you think it looks successful. That's not the way to do this. 8 energy rewards substance. 8 energy does not reward theater. Avoiding the money conversations because it feels uncomfortable. Don't do that. Don't start new projects in June. That's a 9 month. That's for finishing. This month is something that it's not necessarily about starting new projects. I don't want to squirrel. This is about up and out there. Get visible. Send the pitch. Ask for the raise. Name the price. Your move in May, 3 pinners, is to take the bold professional step you've been circling. Because in June, you're going to be in the space of letting go what's already finished. And that includes relationships and projects and identities, your own personal identities that you've just outgrown. All right, you guys good so far? All right, 4 pins. May is your 9-month and June is your 1 month. Yeah, your year at a glance, you guys. This is a foundational year, building, structuring, putting in the long hours that don't show up on the highlighted reel or a ledger. The 4 personal year is the gardener's year. It's not glamorous and it's not supposed to be. Everything you're constructing this year supports the next 8 years. Think about that. Everything that you are constructing this year supports the next 8 years. So you've been in this year of hard work, and May, if you're honest, you're probably pretty tired this month because the 4 just asks for effort and attention to detail and the kind of grind that doesn't come with any applause, really. You might be wondering when something exciting is going to happen. Here's the gift in your numbers this year. June is a 1 month for you. A fresh start, a true fresh start inside your year of building. And that's pretty rare. Most 4 years feels like one long, uninterrupted slog. But you get a reset point right at the halfway mark. That is this month. So your 20-day window right now is to clear the decks. Anything you've been dragging, finish it, delete it, or hand it off. June, 1 month, this is for you, and you don't want to start fresh with old weight on your back. Empty the inbox, literally and metaphorically, so you can take off next month. To-do list. Close out the unfinished project, even imperfectly. Don't get around to, perfection is a part of the 4 energy, and yet there are some things that can be taken care of quickly. Don't spend 3 hours on something that just is requiring 1 hour. Right, you got to think about the payout here. So cancel the subscriptions and the obligations you've outgrown. Forgive the debt, emotional or financial. That's one that's important. So this is about intangible release and tangible release. So forgive the debt emotionally that you've been carrying and financially. Have the exit conversation if there's an exit to make. Plan what you'll start on June 1st, but don't start it yet. Things I want you guys to avoid: starting anything new in May. That's June's job. Not here, not now. Hanging on to commitments out of guilt. The 9-month energy is permission to release. Skipping the cleanup because you're tired. The new beginnings depend on it for you to clean things up. And telling yourself, I'll deal with it later. Later is in 20 days, kids, and you'll be busy in June. So your move this month in May is basically complete and release. In June, start the new chapter that the structure of this year was actually built for. All right? 5 pinners. May is your 1 month and June is your 2 month. Your year at a glance. This is a year of freedom, change, and adventure. We're in a 5-5, guys, for you. The 5 year is the wild card of the 9-year cycle. It's the year that shakes the snow globe, literally and figuratively. Things you thought were permanent reveal themselves and not to be. New doors open that weren't there in January. Okay, so now This red hot second on May 11th, you're sitting in a 1 month inside of a 5 year. And that is the most concentrated green light energy numerology offers anyone in 2026. A 1 month inside of a 5 year is the universe saying to you, whatever's been knocking on your door, open it. The change you've been afraid to make has more momentum behind it right now than any other point this year. June, your 2 month, will slow you down and ask you to partner up, cooperate, integrate. That's good because we all need to put on the brakes. We can't sit here and run a marathon over and over and over again. That's how the leap doesn't crash. But the leap off, that has to happen in the next 20 days, or this particular configuration won't come again almost for a decade for you guys. All right? So your to-do list, take the first concrete step towards the change you've been planning. Book the ticket, sign the lease, submit the application. Tell at least 3 people what you're doing so it becomes real and you are held accountable. Get 1 supporter or collaborator on board for June. Trust your impulse. Trust your instinct. If it's been on your mind for months, it's not impulsive. Take care of your body. 5+1 energy burns hot and crashes hard. Things to avoid, 5-pinners, waiting for the perfect moment. If it's right now. The perfect moment is right now. So go for it. Don't burn bridges on the way out. June will ask you to collaborate with some of those people that you went left with. Don't do 17 new things at once. Pick the one that matters and start it. Don't talk yourself out of it because it feels too big. It is supposed to be big. It is supposed to feel big. Don't sign any binding contracts you can't undo. All right? I want you guys to keep your options open. So your move, you guys, in May is to take the bold step first. Take that bold first step towards the new thing. If you haven't done it already, because in June it's going to slow down. And then it starts to develop with others. So just don't try to force this timeline, okay? You guys doing okay in the chat room? You guys can ask any questions over here, all right? 6-pinners, your May is a 2 month, and that moves to a 3 month. So your year at a glance, and I think I got to start moving a little faster. I do this every time. Your years love 6-pinners, family, home, and responsibility. The 6th year is the year of the heart. Partnerships, deepening of fracture. Yeah. Family matters come forward, and you're asked to show up for the people who matter. It's also famously the year where the overgivers learn the hard way that they have limits. So, you've got 20 days here, you guys, for having a look at what needs to be repaired. The 2 month is built for the hard, careful conversation, for the apology, the boundary, the heart to heart. If you do that work now, so June can really be a celebration of what it wants to be, all right? Your to-do list, you guys, this month is to make the apology that you owe, even if you think you were also wronged. Set the boundary you've been resenting, not having. Listen more than you talk this month. Plan something joyful for June, like a dinner party, a trip, a creative project. Get around to tending the relationship that's been quietly fraying in the background of your life. Yeah, right. Because your May, this 2 month, this is the gentle medicine for the pattern. Sensitivity, diplomacy, partnership. It's a month built for the hard conversations you've been avoiding because you might disturb the harmony that uh, yeah, you've created for yourself. But here's the thing. Harmony built on avoidance, that's not harmony. It's called a pressure cooker. The 2 month is the steam valve. So have the talk. Set the boundary if needed, mend the rift, because in June it's your 3 month and you're opening up to joy and celebration, social light. And you won't be able to receive any of that if you're walking in with unfinished emotional business. All right? All right. So you guys avoid these things, martyring yourself. Just don't do that. Just don't do that. Avoiding the hard conversations, right? They're going to be hard, you guys. Saying yes to everyone, don't do that. And also the biggest one for me is don't let resentment leak out sideways as sarcasm or you withdrawing, because that's just a mess. All right. 6 is mediate and listen. That's your bogey and your target. Let's go to the 7 because I'm working on 9 minutes here before the show wraps. Year to glance 7s. 7 personal year. You ready? Your year is inner work, study, spiritual deepening, and solitude. The 7 year is the year you turn inward to find out who you really are when no one's watching. It's not a year for external achievement. It's an internal year. It's a year for becoming someone wiser than you were. I'm in this year. So you guys have 20 days to come out of the cave because your bogey and your target is 8 energy. It's just so funny. Yeah. Yeah. A 7 year can isolate you. The 3 month here is medicine. What am I saying? We're in a 3. Yeah, I know. 7s are in a 3. Accept the invitation. See the people. Lighten the load because June is going to put you back to work and you'll need the fuel, right? So May is 3. 3 is medicine of the heart, the universe. It is absolutely a little social butterfly system. Light and playful, expressive. It's communal. So for you 7 pinners, deeply introverted 7s all out there, let yourself be interrupted by these invitations. I just said yes to one yesterday. I had a wonderful time. Yeah, I had a wonderful time. But boy, pulling me out of my cave was something. Because I am deep in the mysticism weeds. Okay, I don't want to scroll you guys. Okay, so laughter, people you want to say yes. Okay? And just your instinct is going to be to decline. You'll be right back where this space of back into the cave next month. So up you go and say yes. All right? I want you to share something that you've been keeping to yourself. Write it, post it, tell a friend. Note the story that I just shared with what I'm doing with my book. Do something playful with 0 spiritual content that looks like cartwheels, karaoke, comedy, silly movie, walking on the beach with a mimosa. Yeah, whatever it is. Laugh out loud at least once a day. All right. Plan the June practice. What daily structures will support your inner work? You're going to be thinking about that for next month. Avoid hiding behind your spiritual depth as an excuse to skip joy. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We need to stay in the room here. Right? We need to integrate our higher selves with this fabulousness of life that has all these wonderful things to experience and be. And yeah, you just don't take yourself too seriously this month, you guys. All right, May, let yourself play. All right, June, you're gonna go right back into the cave. 8 pinners. May is 4 month. work. And then June, you're gonna go 5 energy, which is everything about movement and change, right? So For the year itself, power and abundance, professional ambition, and material mastery. This is the harvest year of the cycle. This is what you've been building for the last 7 years, and it comes to fruition now in this year. It's also a year that punishes shortcuts and rewards integrity. So, what's your bogey? 20 days here of unglamorous execution for energy. Spreadsheets, systems, the boring tasks that compound. June is going to bring opportunity, so hold on, you guys, but only the people who did the May work will be ready to capitalize. So, don't skip this. Here's your to-do list. Build the system you've been improvising around, the spreadsheet, the database, whatever that is, the SOP. Tighten the financial picture. Review the numbers, fix the leaks, follow up on every loose thread, especially the boring ones. Those are almost the most important for you guys. Strengthen the body. You're going to need it in June. I'm talking about your physical body. So get out there, get your tennis shoes on, get out the door. And one last thing, get one mentor. Get an advisor, an accountability partner so that you can have this locked in before you go boots on the ground in June, all right? Things to avoid this month: chasing shiny new opportunities right now. June brings them. May builds the platform. So mind yourself here. Note that. Cutting corners on details. 8 years punish that brutally. You have to move with integrity. We have a whole conversation about the honest aspect of numerology that you just can't hide behind. It's integrity. Working without rest, that's also a don't. Burnout in May means you're going to miss the June window entirely, you guys. So just schedule yourself. That's the power of 4 energy. Letting ego make decisions, let competence make them for you, all right? So your move in May, do the unglamorous work nobody sees. In June, when the door opens, then you're going to be able to walk through. All right, 9 pinners. Your year at a glance. This is a year of completion. This is a year of release and the ending of a chapter. The 9 year is the last year of your 9-year cycle. And everything that's not coming with you into next year's fresh start is being asked to leave now. It's a year of letting go. Sometimes gently and actually sometimes not. All right, so your 20-day window, guys, in May, you've got 20 days to let things go on purpose. Don't wait for June to take them from you because that's harder. Name what's done. Thank it. Release it. Every day you wait is a day that keeps things, every day you wait is a day that things keep drawing energy you'll need for your 1 year next year. 20-day windows. All right, so make a list of what's actually finished. Relationships, jobs, identities, beliefs, and choose 3 to release this month. Make space, make room. Yeah, the unknown, I know we all get freaked out about, but I don't know how it's going to turn out. Listen, if something's being asked to let go, acknowledging it is the first step. That allows you to have a conversation. And that looks like having the ending conversation you've been postponing. Normal things like donate, sell, or discard, those are easier. But physical objects tied to the chapter or chapters, that's over. Travel if you can. Even one night, somewhere different. Because the 5 energy wants movement. And something intangible that becomes tangible is forgive someone, yourself or someone else, and really mean it. And the things I want you guys to avoid is pretending it's not over when it's over. Starting big new things. 9 years are not for starting big new things. And no matter what May's energy whispers, this is going to be a cleanup for you. You don't want to deal, starting new things when old things are not finished up, it creates kind of like a chaos for your impending one personal year. So you just don't want to do that. Romanticizing the past instead of releasing it. Right. And the last one here is skipping the grief. Release without grief is just denial in a different outfit. So your move in May, 9-pinners, release what's already over. Relationships, jobs, identities. In June, embrace what remains. You're being asked to clear the deck so your 1 year next year can begin clean. And it goes in these monthly cycles, you guys. All right. So the headline is this. Every single pin is running its own version of the 5 May, 6 June arc. And the flavor is yours alone. The universal current says explore, then commit, open, then accept. And your pin tells you what you're exploring and what you're being asked to commit to. Okay? All right, you guys, I am definitely at the end of the show. I love you all, and this will be ready for you, I think, pretty much. It should be ready for you at some point today. It'll be in my live streams. If you need to have a session with me or talk to me, I'm over at 12listen.com every single day. And you guys, thanks for joining me during this show. And I'll be live next week. And if you want to come to the remote healing tonight, it's at 5 to 5:30, 12academy.com. But you can also find it on my homepage at 12listen.com. All the loves, you guys. Talk to you soon.